Hey guys, welcome into another episode of the Michigan Recruiting Report. I'm your host, EJ Holland. Today we're going to be breaking down 5 key recruits expected to visit this month. So April should bring plenty of recruits to Ann Arbor. Before we talk about them, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. Get consistent updates on everything Michigan recruiting, football, basketball, everything you need. We're always dropping new videos here on our YouTube channel. But let's go ahead and break down 5 key recruits expected to visit in April. And normally we would do all 2025s, but the first man on the list is actually a 2026 recruit, and that is running back Savon Hider out of Virginia. The reason he's on this list is because he's the #1 running back in the country in the 2026 recruiting class, the number 20 overall recruit nationally. Michigan just offered last week, which is pretty insane that the Wolverines have just entered the picture for Hider, but that goes to show Tony Alford's changes that he's done on the recruiting trail. Alford has been much more aggressive than Mike Hart. He wants to go after the best ball carriers in the country, and Hider is that, obviously, in 26. You see Ohio State is second here on the On3 recruiting prediction machine, and that's in large part because of Tony Alford. Alford did a fantastic job recruiting him when he was in Columbus. Now at Michigan, he has a prime opportunity to make a move with Hider, who is looking to make his first visit to Michigan on April 18th. If that visit goes well, I expect Michigan to be a major contender. And, Michigan should be an easy sell for running backs. It should be a destination school for elite ball carriers. And with the way Michigan runs the football, with how the systems run first, with the way the offensive line has excelled, it should be a running back's dream. And Hyder's very excited to see Michigan. And with that pre-existing relationship with Alford, again, I think Michigan has a chance to be the true player in this recruitment. Next on the list is top 100 2025 wide receiver Quincy Porter. And Porter is set to be on campus this week. And man, he is at the very top of the board for Michigan. The Wolverines desperately need a big-bodied, true outside wide receiver. Porter is that. He has the size at 6'3", 190, but he can also stretch the field. He's a dangerous playmaker with the ball in his hands. I would kind of liken him to Terrell Owens in the sense that, yeah, he's a guy that can go up and get it and be this big dominant red zone target. But if you get him the ball in the open field, man, he's a yak monster. He's tough to bring down, and he has enough speed to break away from the defense. So, Quincy Porter is such a dynamic player and unlike anybody really on Michigan's roster right now. So I feel like if he signed with Michigan, he could come in and potentially start as a true freshman. And again, Michigan is making him a major priority this cycle. No surprise, he's ranked as the number 54 overall recruit in the country. I have said it for about a year now. I think Quincy Porter is a 5-star. He would be basically at the very top of my board if I were to rank Michigan's targets this cycle. So this visit here in April is extremely imperative. It's going to tell us a lot about where Michigan stands in this recruitment. Next up on the list is another wide receiver. We're going to be talking about 4-star Taz Williams out of the great state of Texas. And, Taz Williams is kind of more like the wide receivers that Michigan has landed as of late. He's very similar to a Samaj Morgan or an Amarion Stewart. He's a guy that can play in the slot and likely projects there, but can also flex to the outside if you need him to. You can line him up in the backfield and use him on some jet sweeps and things of that nature. He's not the tallest guy. The 6-foot listing is probably a little generous. He's not, just a crazy track time guy, but he's very much in that similar mold of Samaj Morgan in terms of the mentality aspect. Like, I'm a dog. I'm the best player on the field. I'm going to come in here and be a playmaker no matter what. That's Taz Williams. He's built really well, really compact build. He's added some good weight in both his upper and lower halves. Michigan's trending on the On3 recruiting prediction machine ahead of his visit, which is set to take place this Sunday. If Michigan impresses his mother, who's set to join him in Ann Arbor for the first time, I could easily see him being in the class. And, Taz isn't a true Texas kid. He's originally from Pittsburgh. So that I think that definitely helps. And his mentor, Margin Hooks, actually played with Ron Bellamy in the NFL and in the NFL Europe. So that helps as well. Hooks is one of the best wide receiver trainers in the game. And Taz Williams, I think, has really sharpened his skills working with Hooks as a route runner. And he would be, again, a guy that just fits what Michigan has wanted with guys like Samaj and Amarion and Tyler Morris. Taz Williams kind of fits that similar description. I think he'd be a great fit for Michigan. Next up on the list is four-star in-state offensive lineman Avery Gatch. One of really the only in-state prospects on the board. He visited in March and now will be back for another visit in April. Gatch has long said that he plans to take his recruitment into the summer. I know a lot of fans have asked why he hasn't committed yet. That's always been his plan. But Michigan will keep pushing to earn his commitment. They would love to have him in the class. And, with it being a bit of a commitment drought right now, or not a bit, I mean, it's been 3 months since they've landed a commitment. They would love to close with Gatch. He's been a heavy lean to Michigan for months. I'm not sure what else he needs to see from Michigan, but maybe this visit will be enough to put the Wolverines over the top. So he is set to be on campus this weekend, and he would be a fantastic land as a pure interior offensive lineman. Next on the list is top 100 cornerback Mark Zachary out of Indiana. And I've talked about Michigan resetting the secondary board under Lamar Morgan and how they're not necessarily, pressing for commitments right now as they get to know some of these guys and evaluate some of these guys. If Mark Zachary picked up the phone today, I think he's one of the few guys that could actually commit to Michigan. They've loved what they've seen on film from him. He's been on campus in the past. He's looking to visit again for the spring game on April 20th. Notre Dame has the heavy lead on the On3 recruiting prediction machine. He is an Indiana guy, but I think Michigan has always had his attention. And if there is a real threat to the Irish, it is definitely Michigan. We'll see if Lamar Morgan can work some magic with him on the visit. He's definitely on the thin side at 6 foot 155, but he's one of the best pure cover corners in the entire country. So that wraps up 5 expected visitors in the month of April. I'm sure there'll be more, and we'll continue to add to this list. So make sure to head to thewolverine.com for the latest on Michigan recruiting. Subscribe for just $1 for 1 month. And also like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free.